we are now ready to exit the circuit breaker, and we can now start planning to resume activities safely and in a phased manner.
As we move closer to 1st June, which is the end of the circuit breaker period, we continue to see the number of cases in the community remaining low. These numbers have fallen significantly over the last month, from over 30 cases in mid-April to just a handful over the past week. The situation in the migrant workers' dormitories has also stabilized and under control. However, I must always stress that we must remain vigilant. We understand many of the restrictions during the circuit breaker period have been inconvenient and at times difficult and disruptive. I thank everyone for taking the changes in your stride and participating in our circuit breaker and allowing us to keep the number of cases low. We have been progressively easing some of the restrictions since the 5th of May, taking a cautious step-by-step approach as we continue to closely monitor the number of new cases in the community. With the end of the circuit breaker, the Multi-Ministry Taskforce will gradually allow more activities to resume in a safe and controlled manner from 2nd June onwards. This will be done in phases to reduce the risk of a second wave of cases of infections, as many countries have experienced after they have lifted their control measures. As we begin to resume more activities, we do expect us to see a rise in daily new cases. The key is to detect these cases and contain them quickly so as to prevent a sharp rise in the number of cases or the emergence of a large cluster. If we can continue to keep the situation under control, we can then continue to reopen progressively and to move on to phase 2. The Multi-Ministry Taskforce will keep a very close watch on the situation. I want to caution that we may have to tighten some measures in a targeted way or slow down our transition to the next phase should there be a significant resurgence of cases. But if everyone, including employers and individuals, maintain a high level of vigilance, is socially responsible, and adheres to the measures that we introduce, we can progress with caution to resume some degree of normalcy. Let us continue to play our part to keep everyone safe, and I'm confident that we will eventually arrive at phase 3. A safe nation is safe Singapore.
You have all heard the detailed plans for phase 1 from the respective ministers. We are starting phase 1 of the reopening in a very careful and calibrated manner. Many restrictions that are in place today will continue in phase 1.